basic things, obviously. Get better at what you do. All right, we're going to try to teach us the way we do it in Georgia. So you're going to learn something in this camp, and you're going to get some value out of this camp. And if you're even interested in Georgia, you might be wanting to know how the coaches coach. Who would be my coach? How does he go about his business? That might be important to you too. All right, but we're also obviously want to see what you all can do. Want to see what kind of work ethic you got. Want to see if you are teachable. Want to see if you're coachable. Because all those things really matter. We can look at a lot of film and say, hey, I like this guy. I like this guy. I like this guy. Well, there might be 100 guys we like at all different positions, but how do you separate them? You separate them with what kind of grades does this guy get? You separate them by what kind of person is he? When people say he's a good guy to be around, when people say you can trust him, when people say he's going to be a good teammate, he's going to be a good guy to have in your program, a good guy to have in your locker, in your locker room. You know what I'm saying? So those are all the things that we look at in Georgia. I can't tell you how many guys that were good enough didn't come to Georgia because he didn't have the grades, or he just didn't have the character that we wanted to deal with. And just remember this, some of you guys will be probably taking some unofficial and official visits, things like that, down the road. And as much as when guys come on an official visit, start trying to check us out, we're checking him out too, even our players. You know, a lot of times you'll hook up with some players on campus and get to know them a little bit, see how you like them. I had sometimes, I always ask our players who host the recruits, what do you think about this guy? I think you fit in here at Georgia. Is he the kind of guy you want to be a teammate? And I've had my own players say, Coach, we don't want this guy. So sometimes people can act a certain way when they're around the coach, right? And then they act a different way when they're not around the coach. Right? And our guys see that. And our guys want to have the right kind of person around our program, okay? So just know that all those things do count. All those things do count. How hard you work, what kind of a spirit you got, what kind of an attitude you bring every day. And I say this too. I'm looking for guys that enjoy life, man. I'm looking for guys that want to show up every day and have a good attitude. It's fun to see a guy come in with a smile on his face, ready to go to work. And he ain't always got to have a smile on his face, but you got to have a good attitude. You want to get after it. Not just some guy looks like he's mad every day. You know? And all of a sudden, you got to do something to motivate him every day. I want guys that are already motivated. You know, I want to be able to coach and teach and guide you guys, but I don't want to sit there and kick in the rear end every day because the guy don't want to work. See what I'm saying? So these things are very valuable for you guys, and they're very valuable for us too, just to see what's going on. I can't. Every year there's guys at camp that were not on the radar, but at the end of camp we offered them a scholarship, or they might have been a guy that was going to be a junior, a guy that was going to be a 10th grader. And all of a sudden got on the radar, and before you know it, we offered them. And sometimes they choose Georgia, obviously, sometimes they don't. But that's kind of what this thing's all about. Okay, so do a great job of listening to your coaches, trying to do it the Georgia way. Okay, do the very best you can. Be coachable, be teachable. It may not feel right in the beginning, but I'll tell you this: when I coach a guy and I ask him to do something, I'd rather see a guy struggle a little bit, trying to do what I said, and some guy just doing what the heck he wants to do and didn't listen to a word I said. Okay? So be coachable, be teachable, have a great attitude, and finish strong the rest of the day, okay? All right, man, I appreciate y'all. Carry on.
Let's give it up for Coach.